Hey there, pen fans. This is Dave, and I'm going to be reviewing something weird today. This monstrosity. Look how big this box is. You probably just read the label. This is a Conklin pen, apparently, and I have not opened this up. I have never held one of these pens in my hand before. I've never seen one in real life before. And Conklin's one of those brands that I kind of hate to love. I find that the lesser expensive Conklin pens, the Duragraphs and the All-Americans, tend to be all over the board in terms of quality when you get them. But the more expensive ones I find are more consistent in their quality. And this one definitely goes way, way above and beyond anything that I've purchased from or obtained from Conklin in the past. The manufactured suggested retail price on this is $1,049 US, and I'll put the conversions down here at the bottom. And this is a 125th anniversary limited edition. 125 of these were made. I did not pay $1,249 for this. I don't know why, but I paid 1/10 of that. So I got this for about 125, 150, somewhere in there. If you had shipping and taxes and stuff, it wanted to be more like 150. So Conklin came out with the first American piston filler in 1930, I think it was, and that was this pen here. But this is a kind of a new take on that pen, and it was designed by a fellow by the name of Dante Del Vecchio, who apparently, I'm not familiar with the gentleman, but apparently he is a renowned pen designer. And this is one of the things that caught my eye. If you can see this is sort of a theme here. And I wonder, now this arch here is supposed to be reminiscent of the crescent filler, which this pen replaced. The pen, by the way, is called the Nozac, as in no sack, because the pens before then, the fountain pens before then, used to have a bladder on the inside, and you would push down a crescent-shaped arm on the outside of the body, which would force the air out of the sac, and then you would release that and it'd pop back up, and the sac would suck ink from the nib, which is in here, into the body. Another thing that this pen had, which was a little bit different, is some of the newer ones had, not the newer ones, but the older ones had an M7 marked in here, which indicated that it had 7 days of ink worth in there. This one has a word gauge basically built on here in Roman numerals, so we'll take a look at that here in a second. But I want to go back to the to this crescent. Why would they put a crescent on a pen that replaced the crescent? I think this pen is weird in a lot of different ways. And another one is the pen was designed by Dante Del Vecchio, and this is definitely reminiscent of the Ponte Vecchio Bridge in Florence, which you see on the I mean, come on the Visconti pens. This is the clip, and it's supposed to be reminiscent of the Ponte Vecchio bridge. It's a footbridge. Okay, so let's take a look. Cardboard box on the outside. You saw the outer cardboard sleeve. Ooh, that's kind of interesting. This pen originally came out 2 years ago. So this has been sitting on a shelf for 2 years or more. 125th anniversary Nozac Classic Limited Edition Roller Ball Pen Filling Instructions. Well, I hope this isn't the roller ball, because this is not supposed to be the roller ball. It even says on the box. And here's the instructions on how to fill the fountain pen. That's good. The nib that this has is the Omniflex, which I really don't like. It doesn't flex enough. I mean, it is flexy, but it doesn't really change the line width very much for me. Either that or I'm not using it right. All right, so let's take a look. I'm sure you guys are all really interested in seeing some paper on screen. And then this is supposed to be one of the kind of big selling points of this pen, is the presentation, which is this wood box. Looks to be damaged here a little bit. Now this is supposed to be brand new. Oh, it's probably just from shifting around. No, I don't know. This looks like it's... Well, it could have been just rash from being in the box and rattling around a lot. It's not perfect, but that's okay. I'm not here for the box. So Conklin on this side, and yes, you can see the arch here, and Conklin on this side. And I understand this is magnetic. Yes, it is magnetic. Wow. That is solid wood through and through. It sure would make a nice mantelpiece. Put a clock here instead of the Conklin logo. One of the things that the reason this came on my radar, and I had never heard of this pen before. I guess I'm not that much of a pen aficionado if I've never heard of this pen before. I was looking for the 125th, or was it 125th? Yeah, I think it's the 125th anniversary Mark Twain crescent filler. And I saw this, and the price seemed outrageously low, maybe mismarked, or I don't know what. But I thought I'd give it a shot, and it looks like I got the real deal. Now this came in, I think, 4 different colors, a blue and a yellow. More of a gold color. Wow, this is a very heavy pen. And look at this. This is hinged the exact same way as this one here. It even feels like it has about the same amount of tension. Well, this has a little bit less tension. Let's compare the sizes of these two pens. About the same width, and length is a little bit longer capped. Now I have a kind of a vanity thing at the end here. It's the, what do they call it? My Pen birthstone up here, and you can also get your initial or whatnot put on there. Okay, let's take a look. So here's the ink window. One of the interesting features about this pen is it's supposed to be one complete turn to fill. Wow, yeah, I would say. And yeah, boy, that does really move a lot. The mechanism is very, very smooth. Kind of interesting how it twists, though. I don't know what that's about. And there's also the magnetic cap. Ooh. Now this might be a different grade of Omniflex than I'm used to. I've used the steel Omniflexes a number of times. I have never had a Conklin with a gold nib, so this is also going to be new. It's supposed to post magnetically as well. Sure does. Nice solid click there. All right. And I think that's it for the features here. I'm not sure why that would twist. It doesn't make much sense to me. Okay. Well, let's do some measurements on it. This is a very heavy pen, solid metal, 58.1 grams. The cap is 21.47. The body with no ink is 36.6 grams. Let's compare this to the Visconti. The Visconti is actually 7.7 grams lighter, which is a heavy pen. Length overall is 150 millimeters. Uncapped, 131 millimeters. The widest part of the body is 13 millimeters. The narrowest part of the section is 11 millimeters. The section itself is 23 millimeters, and there are no threads to count. All right, let's test out this piston filler. We're going to be using Wearingeul's Inferno. I have not used this ink before, so this is going to be kind of a mystery. I understand it's a black with sort of a red tinge to it. And this is supposed to take one twist, so we will drop it into the ink. Obviously, I have number 17 of 125 here. And sure enough, it's completely filled in there with just one twist. Well, two twists, one to expel the air and another to draw in the ink. I'm going to gently remove some of the ink off the top of the... As usual, but we'll be using a Rhodia 80 GSM paper. This is the A4 notebook spiral bound that I use for all of my ink tests. Okay, as you can see, it's a very, very wet nib here. Nib and feed. I think these are really well tuned together. I really like how much ink this is putting out on the paper. There's no problems with it stalling fast or, long lines or continuous lines. A little bit of an issue with the reverse writing, but I don't think I'd be using this pen for reverse writing to begin with. But it is a really fun pen to write with, so I might keep this around for doing some long form journaling and so forth. So we'll be doing a giveaway with this video. We'll be in the end of June, which was when I'll be giving this away. This pen was donated by Zachary, who won a pen last month. So thank him for this pen. Don't thank me. And the details on how to be entered into that contest are going to be down below in the description. That's it for me and the Conklin Nozac. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Get out there and write something.